Good afternoon. Just bringing you another quick video by way of sort of example of some of the items that members of the public bring into us fairly regularly with sort of military connection to either the county or the area as a whole, which perhaps are not the most interesting things to some people, but to an exhibition that looks exclusively at the role of Hertfordshire during the First World War. This particular sign is a real lovely touch and a welcome addition to the collection. As you can see here, we are looking at the number 2 Company arms store of the 1st Battalion of the Hertfordshire Regiment, which dates this really to a First World War sign. The reason being that anybody with a deep military knowledge of the British Army, the BEF during the First World War, will know that the numbers of companies, as opposed to letters A to D, numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4 were reserved exclusively for Guards units. So the Grenadier, Coldstream and Irish Guards tended to number their companies as opposed to use the letter system. Now the 1st Battalion of the Hertfordshire Regiment certainly wasn't a Guards unit, although they did serve when they first arrived in France as a territorial unit, the only infantry unit from Hertfordshire to serve. They did serve with the Guards Brigade, the 6th Brigade in fact, of the 2nd Division, which included the Coldstream, Irish and Grenadiers. And as a result of the excellent work that they put in over the sort of following 18 months, they were they adopted the Guards style of numbering their companies, the only unit outside of the Guards to do that in the BEF. And so you find that numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4, number 2 Company, this one in particular, is made up of men from around the area of Stevenage in North Hertfordshire. So we can pretty much date this to around the sort of 1915 period. Particularly with the lack of the letters TA after Hertfordshire regiments, again suggests that it probably is from the First World War. So it's obviously this was hanging up somewhere, probably in Hertford, or perhaps in the Stevenage depot, where the arms store was. And it's a real nice snapshot in history. These kind of things, because they really didn't hold too much value at the time, tend to find their way into obscurity and usually eventually into the bin. But very thankfully, this one's been rescued from that fate and has found its way here to the exhibition, which aims to remember the servicemen from all over the county, particularly including the Hertfordshire Regiment, who served and in many cases died in the First World War. So, number 2 Company arms store, 1st Battalion Hertfordshire Regiment sign. There we go. Thanks.